Well, hello everyone. Have a new light here to talk about from Sunwayman. It's been a while since I've had a Sunwayman light come across my desk, but this time we have a G25C, which is, as of the recording of this video, is very recent. It has a top lumen output of 1000, and as you see here, it says dual button, super compact, powerful flashlight. Uses a CREE XM-L2 U2 LED. So the box is pretty typical. Has a bit of information on the back, just saying that it's a low of 16 and a high of 1000, and it only has low, it has low, medium, and high. I wouldn't say only, but it has low, medium, high as far as the outputs, and it also has strobe. No SOS or anything like that, but it does have strobe. It's a pretty nice light. It's only 4.5 inches long. It is waterproof and impact resistant. So here you go with the light, nicely packaged in this little bed of foam in here. And also in the package you do get a highly useful user manual, and you also get a couple of spare O-rings, and should be a lanyard as well. My sample package actually did not come with one, but there should be a lanyard in there too. Anyway, it uses one 18650 battery, just like this, and due to the voltage that only goes to 6 volts, it will only, as far as 2 batteries, it'll only accommodate CR123s, the disposable variety. It will not accommodate the rechargeable 16340, because that would be more than 6 volts for the two of them, and it only goes to 6 volts. So, but be that as it may, the 18650 is the standard and is what they would recommend you use in this light. So let's plug it in, as it were. Got a nice pocket clip on here. As you can see, it's very sturdy. And oh, by the way, there's the LED XM-L2 U2, and it's set pretty well in there with a smooth reflector. And inside, you don't have a spring. There is a spring in the cap, though, as opposed to a spring in its step. But anyway, I believe it should still... I haven't even tried a flat top battery in there, by the way, but with the spring I think it should accept a flat top, but to be honest with you, I haven't tried that. So let's put a battery in and show you how it works. A lot of today's lights have side switches. This light has no side switch, as you may already have noticed, or may not, but there's the name right there. And what it does is operate with these 2 buttons on the back. And it stands perfectly well too, even with the buttons on there, because it has a couple of little ridges here on the bottom, which it's actually standing on. And you might say, well, in the dark, how am I going to tell which button is which? Well, this is the on-off power button, and this is the mode changing button. The power is larger, and it's also a little bit raised. So in the dark, you shouldn't have too much trouble telling the two of them apart. Just run your finger along them and you can tell which one. You can easily tell which one is the larger of the two. So anyway, to switch it on, all you do is press the power button, and there you go. And you get the high, the medium, and the low. And right now it is in low mode. Low is 16, and high is 1000. And medium is about 150. I'd have to check the manual here on that. But yes, I was right. Medium is 150. Okay, sorry I wasn't showing it to you. Anyway, this is on low right now. It's very nice beam, nicely nice centered hot spot. And if I now I've turned it on obviously by the power switch here, so I have to press the mode switch to increase the brightness. There's medium and there's high. And again, you'll get a good amount of light out of this, being that it's 1000 lumens, and you will see a fair distance too. It's over 280 meters. It lists as the usable beam, distance, as it were. So we haven't got a lot of distance in here, but perhaps we'll go outside in a minute and take a look at that. So what you do is, obviously, as I was saying, you just press the mode switch and it just cycles through like that. Now if you want strobe, you have to press and hold the on-off switch, or is the press and hold the mode switch while you're in a lighting mode, and there you have strobe. And go off strobe, just press it again. Now actually you can get to strobe all by itself with the light off, and it's an intermittent like that. See, all I'm doing is pressing the mode switch with the light off, and I get intermittent strobe, tactical strobe, actually. And there are a couple of other tricks here. You can actually get strobe to come on all by itself if you want, just by turning it off in strobe mode. But the other thing I wanted to mention was that the instructions speak of 3 different operating modes, and you have to get to them by doing a couple of leaps here. It actually has tactical mode, outdoor mode, and daily mode, and each one is slightly different. The tactical mode will allow the light to always come on in high. As soon as you press the power switch, it'll always come on in high, and then once it's in high, you can you can choose between high and strobe, and that's all you'll get is high and strobe by pressing the mode switch. And then in outdoor mode, it will always go in high whenever it's turned on, but then you'll have high and low to choose from. You won't have, in either of these cases, you won't have medium. You'll either have high and strobe or high and low. And then in the daily switching mode, that's the regular mode, to which I'm in now, actually, which is just, whatever mode you want. But the way to get into it, I thought it seemed a little bit complicated, actually, because the light has to be off, and then you have to press and hold the 2 buttons while turning the tail cap simultaneously. So these have to be held. This has to be turned actually quickly in 1 or 2 successions, and then the light will blink once for the first mode, and twice for the second mode, and third for the third mode. And once it's locked into that mode, that's where it'll be. Even if you change the battery, it'll be locked into that mode. I'm not going to demonstrate it right now, but I think you get the idea of what you're supposed to do and what it will do once you're in that mode. Personally, I just prefer the regular mode. My website, by the way, has a full written review on this light, plus a whole bunch of, plus pictures and links to purchase and so forth like that. Let's, we've seen the light briefly indoors. Let's go outside for a second and just see what we can do out there with it. So hang on. Okay, so here we are outside now with the Sunwayman G25C, and let's just flash it around outside here for a minute. Again, here are the 2 buttons on the back, and as I was saying in the dark, the on-off button is larger, so you shouldn't have too much trouble finding it in the pitch dark. So, okay, let's press the button here, and we are on, let me just double check here to which level we're on. Okay, this is low right now, so give me just 2 seconds here. And alright, here we are. This is on low, and this is shining in the back area here. You've got about 60 feet or so from where I'm standing to the building there, and this is on low, so you can see how well this is even showing up in this particular light. I don't have the camera on any particular setting. It's just on, it's just on standard setting. It's not set for night or anything like that. It's just set for a standard setting. So let me push the button again, and we'll go to medium. I must say, looking at the screen on the camera here, it almost does look a tiny bit brighter than what I'm seeing in real life. As I say, I've made no particular settings on the camera or anything, but it does look a tiny bit brighter. but here is high. So again, you can note that it does very well outside. Let's go into the trees up here. You can see those trees just beautifully. Distance wise, that's got to be at least 100 feet up there to the top of the tree, to the top of that tree. I wish I knew precisely how far that is. Perhaps you can even gauge a bit, but you can see what it does. And again, I'll just go down to low again. And here we are about 20-25 feet right here from this bush in low. So you get the idea. This is the Sunwayman G25C. This is what you'll see outside in the dark with this light. And I'm not sure yet. You can see over there on that tree. It does fairly well on that tree. That tree is probably even further away than the tree I was shining it on a moment ago. It's got to be further away than the other tree. So there you have the Sunwayman G25C with its 3 modes. And if you'd like to go to lightsandgear.com, you will be able to see a purchase link for this light, as well as purchase links for other lights, flashlights, batteries, chargers, and so forth at lightsandgear.com. You can follow the link below. I do thank you for watching the video. Hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.